Hey guys, my name is Justin and welcome to Hillsboro, where we care about design behind designer luxury. And if you do too, make sure to subscribe. For today's video, I have part 2 of, I don't know how many parts it is, probably 4, of bag recs based on your MBTI personality. Ooh, I guess it's not as like woo-woo as like tarot or anything, so I guess it's like a little bit more science, so the ooh is not relevant as much, but ooh, I'm still gonna do it. Last time we did the recommendations for the Analysts. You can find the link down there somewhere. I don't know. But this time around, we are going to be doing the recommendations for the Diplomats. So those are the Advocate, the Mediator, the Protagonist, and the Campaigner. Ooh. Alright, so the Advocate, or INFJ, is a personality type with the introverted, intuitive feeling and judging traits. They tend to approach life with deep thoughtfulness and imagination. Their inner vision, personal values, and a quiet, principled version of humanism guide them in all things. My god, that's like really sweet. All of the last ones, I really was like, let me just perfectly match this bag to the person. Here, this is how I want to treat the Advocate, because I think they're deserving. They care about other people. They want to do things right, sometimes to the point where they look past their own needs to make the world a better place. So the bag that I recommend for the Advocate is the Woman's T-Bar, why does it say Woman's? The T-Bar bag from Alexander McQueen. So I know that the brand for Alexander McQueen has changed since he's passed, but I think that there still is this kind of drive to make it like a more sensitive brand, something that's very thoughtful and in that way. And in that way, they also have these different types of like sustainability motives, these different ways that they try to be the best that they can at what they do. For me, it is a really thoughtful brand, whether it's for the environment, for people, and for their designs. But then what I love about the T-Bar bag is that it's a bag that has like a little bit of something extra while not being too much. I think like for me, the Advocate person, they are more like introverted, so they don't want all the attention, but they do deserve some attention. So this hardware piece of like that T-Bar, which makes up the like top handle, I think is enough to call a little bit of attention to say like, hey, this is a thought out bag, it's beautiful, and it's different from other bags that you've seen, but then it still is, I think, understated enough to feel classic, to look classic, and to be able to blend in when it wants to. So I think for me, like, all of those traits amount to something that's really nice. I think one of the really nice traits about this bag is the scale of the bag. It's not like something super dinky, so it does have enough room for things, so you can take care of yourself and potentially take care of others. I don't know, it's just a really beautiful bag for, I think, a beautiful human being. Alright, moving on. So the next personality is the Mediator, or INFP, is a personality type with the introverted, intuitive, feeling, and prospecting traits. These rare personality traits tend to be quiet, open-minded, and imaginative, and they apply a caring and creative approach to everything they do. So for me, this person is a dreamer. They're very creative, but they're not like stuck in a daydream, kind of like how INTJ people are, I think. I think if that's the right one, because that's the one that I am. So like for me, I was like, okay, this is someone who has that perfect balance of like creative, lighthearted, but still a little bit serious. And I'm like, the Andiamo tote from Bottega Veneta, specifically the large one. Maybe it's like a little on the nose, but I was like, oh, a big, like, creative landscape. And I was like, big bag, intrecciato, like woven leather, making this beautiful texture. And then like, it's someone who also likes to take care of people. Yeah, by the way, like, yeah, the Diplomats, they love taking care of people. So that's gonna be like a common theme that you'll see, which is great. I love it. I probably actually do have Diplomats in my life because somehow, some way or another, I get taken care of, so there's that. But I was also thinking with the Andiamo, there's a lot of space to put stuff to take care of other people. So like, with that large bag, you could use that as a diaper bag. Or if you're taking care of a fully grown adult baby like me, you could put fruit snacks, you could put tissues, an iPad to keep me occupied when we have to wait, if you don't want to be annoyed by me. So, you know, really it's like a win-win for both parties in this situation. All right, next up we have the protagonist, or the ENFJ is a personality type with the extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging traits. These warm, forthright types love helping others, and they tend to have strong ideas and values. They back their perspective with the creative energy to achieve their goals. So these people have like a really strong sense of justice. The INFJ, there was a little bit of like, yes, like wanting to do right for the world. This is the person who I think really is about that. So the bag I recommend for the ENFJ is the Frame Milo shoulder bag from Stella McCartney. I actually talked about this bag a little bit. I think I had a battle royale of like vegan leather bags that I can also link to that as well. But what I really love about this bag in particular is the material. It's made from mycelium, mushroom leather. So it's vegan. I think it's also even climate positive. I have to double check that. I mean, in any case, it has like less of an impact than traditional like leather. But I also really like the shape of this bag. Any bag that has hardware that like is really well integrated, like that tea bag from Alexander McQueen. Even like the Andiamo, it has that little knot hardware that is really like indicative of that bag. It just feels a lot more thoughtful and a lot more well put together. So on top of the fact that this bag also feels very thoughtful with having this thick like chunky chain wrapping around the bag, the fact that it's made from this at least more sustainable material than a lot of other vegan bags we've seen that are like made out of plastic or something like that. It's definitely like a good choice for someone who wants to do vegan without having to resort to plastic. And not to mention that it's just a cute bag, and it has a little strap as well. You can carry it multiple ways. I think the only thing for me about this bag is that I would love to see this material used on different styles of bags and not just this one. Because this bag it's cute, but it's like a shoulder bag and it has a crossbody strap, but there's no zipper. There's like a little pocket on the inside, but it's kind of the whole idea of people who try to do better. There's one step, and there's one step you can take. You take that one step, and then you see what you can do to keep pushing forward. And to me, that's like, come on, parallels. Like, I'm only smart every once in a while on this channel. That was one of them, I think. All right, and then our last bag recommendation is for the campaigner. So the campaigner, or ENFP, is a personality type with the extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and prospecting traits. These people tend to embrace big ideas and actions that reflect their sense of hope and goodwill towards others. Their vibrant energy can flow in many directions. I am not a crook. I am not a crook. So for me, what really stuck with like the campaigner personality type is the idea of energy flowing in a variety of directions. I also like resonate with this because like when I'm driven to do something, I want to see like how many different ways I can help, and like sometimes like my ADHD brain takes over and is like, oh, you should do this while you're doing that, and then do that at the same time. And then like for me personally, it doesn't work out, but I feel like for the ENFP people, it's just the way that they're meant to run. So for me, like, this totally makes sense. So the bag that I'm actually recommending for the campaigner is the bracelet pouch by Loewe. Sorry, I love Loewe. This bag is really like the bag of go-getters and the ones who need to like A, run, and B, run in many different directions. It's a convertible bag. You can wear it as a shoulder bag, you can wear it on your bracelet, so it's, you know, transferable day to night. And then on top of that, when you're wearing it as a bracelet, it's not gonna fall off, because then you have that and then you're also holding it, so you can run wherever you need to. I just really was stuck on this whole idea of versatility to match whatever kind of energy the person is going after and trying to build up. And I think the nice thing about Loewe too is that there have been actually like influencers and other people who have looked into it, but like they still are making their bags handmade, doing it right. And I think that still, it means something, it needs to mean something. And I think it would mean something for the people that are, what is it again? Campaigners. So those are my bag recommendations for the Diplomats. God love these people. They're the ones who are changing the world. They're making the world a better place. So, you know, let's celebrate them and like, hey, here's some really like respectable bags that are really cool and are good. Yeah, so let me know, what do you guys think of these recommendations? Do you agree with them? Do you think like, oh Justin, you are so off the mark. I am one of these and I hate the world. I want the world to be a better place. If that's you, let me know. But that is all I have for you today. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. It lets me know that you like this kind of content and you care about the design matters. I am not a crook. I am not a crook. I am not a crook. I am not a crook.